This is Feed Your Mind. And so there's this channel called StrangerThanFiction, and he has a lot of subscribers. I think it's like a few 100,000. And he just really set it off in his comment section. Most of his audience is now turning against him. I looked at all the comments, and I would say it's more than half. It almost looks like it's 70% of his audience saying that they're not subbing. They're saying he lost all credibility. They're calling him a sellout because he made this video that is going against Flat Earth. So he's basically trying to make this announcement that if you believe in Flat Earth, you've been deceived. And he's trying to say that this is not a salvation issue. So he found this pastor, I guess, that he listens to called the Born Again Barbarian, and this guy just went off on Flat Earth. And so he put a clip of this guy named Born Again Barbarian on his channel after first he put up clips by ODD and a few others from that Level With Me movie. So he was kind of trying to say this is what Flat Earthers believe. And then he went on to talk about Eric Dubé, like this guy's like a controlled op or something, like he's a shill or something. And as if all Flat Earthers are followers of these people. Like, okay, so as a Flat Earther, you would basically look into the information and not the person. That's how you become a Flat Earther, is that you look into the information. You're not going by who the person is or what channel you're listening to specifically. It's more about looking into the information itself. And then later on, you might look even deeper on your own. And then that's when you really figure it out. Because at that point, you can see the small print next to pictures of planets and the pictures of Earth that say that these are not real pictures. And then it clicks in your head, oh, wait, yeah, water does lay level. And then you start realizing all this other information coming at you. There's like hundreds of Flat Earth proofs. And you start to look at these proofs and start to understand, oh, wait, there's something to this information. So it's like you figure this out on your own. Most Flat Earthers, I would say over 90%, if not all, have actually looked into the information on their own to come to the conclusion that they've been lied to. So StrangerThanFiction and the Born Again Barbarian are trying to say that we've been deceived, as if we're in some type of cult or some type of belief system that we fell into where we're letting YouTubers just tell us what to believe. No, that's not what's going on here. We looked into the information and we found out for ourselves that NASA is lying to us. Okay? We found out for ourselves all of the information that confirms the globe Earth is not real. We confirm that you can't find curvature. See, people that don't look into this information, they'll think that they can see the curvature from an airplane. They don't understand their logic is false. They're indoctrinated. They're seeing something that's not even there because of their belief system. Out of all of the information available that proves a flat Earth, you can't really continue to believe a lie. So how is it that this guy, StrangerThanFiction, is trying to say that Flat Earthers are deceived? That's going to be a problem for a lot of truthers out there, because the audience, I believe, is becoming more smarter than the person they're looking to give them information and truth. The audience is starting to become smarter than the so-called truther or the so-called Christian, because these people with these channels, they are so afraid to look into the information. They think it's a waste of time. They think that we're deceived. They think we just fell into some type of cult or something. So now with these platforms hiding the information, they're having even more trouble finding the correct information and accurate information. So what we must do is, it looks like we're going to have to leave the actual names of the people that you recommend that they look into and not links, because the links are gonna be hidden by these platforms. It's like if you leave a link in a comment section, usually that comment is gonna be hidden. So it's like you have to get across to these people where to look to find the information. I know a lot of you in the audience on my channel have given me a lot of information by showing me where to look and new channels to look up and new channels to look into and stuff like that. And I've looked into them. So it's like, I don't know what's going on with some of these channels. It's like they're not willing to listen to their audience, and they're ignoring their audience recommendations, and they are so stubborn. It's like, no, this is really a community effort when it comes to learning, because we must all contribute and leave our ideas in the comment section and not say, oh, you're deceived. And like the way Stranger Than Fiction handled this is by trying to say that we're all deceived, and he's being real divisive about the idea of flat earth. And I think that's a very disturbing way of handling the information. It's like he got angry, and that is one of the signs of maybe he's starting to come around, because his first thing is going to be denial, and he denied even looking into it for years, obviously. Now, somehow it's came back around into his consciousness to where now he's getting mad. It's obviously he's lashing out. I saw Mud Fossils do this. It's the same type of attitude, and especially the preacher, that guy, Born Again Barbarian. He's just angry. He's very upset about flat earth. I don't know if I've ever really seen anyone that angry in a while. And so I refuse to sub to him, even to hear what he has to say in the future, because it's like sometimes I kind of want to see if these people come around later, but I'm not going to sub to this guy. He's just so angry, and it looks like a lot of people are unsubbing from Stranger Than Fiction. They don't appreciate how he handled this and came out against flat earth as if we're just some believers. No, we figured this out by looking into the information. And that's the most important part, is that if you don't look into the information, your arguments for the globe is going to be pathetic. Trust me. If Stranger Than Fiction or this minister, what's his name again? Born Again Barbarian, if he dares to step into a debate, he's going to get demolished, because we already seen how these debates go when people don't look into the information. Right away, they say the most ignorant things. They say, oh, what about the sun? What about boats going over the horizon? What about pictures of the earth? What about all the other planets? Why are they round? It's like they have the most simplest questions, and it's so easy to defeat them in a challenge, because they come with arrogance with it. When they lay out why they believe that flat earth is a psyop and why they believe the globe is the truth, they just, a lot of times they have this arrogance and this anger that you can see built up in them, and they're kind of upset that anyone would ever not go with the status quo of believing in the globe. They're so upset with people for feeling that they were lied to by society about this earth. And so before I conclude this video, I mean, there is one thing I found kind of funny, is that this Stranger Than Fiction guy, it's almost like it's a different voice. I listened to his intro because that's pretty much the only time he talked in the video, and after that he was just playing clips, and it almost seemed like a different person. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't remember him having an accent. It sounded like it was kind of an accent, and I just don't really remember his voice sounding like that. I might have to go back and look at some of his older videos to see if it's the same voice. It's almost like somebody almost got control of his channel or something, or maybe it was just a clip that he was playing in the beginning. But if that was him, it's just kind of weird. So I don't know. Check it out. I might leave a link. I'm not sure, because I almost don't want to support this guy after his video, but maybe it would be beneficial for some of you to check out what he had to say. Maybe join his comment section, or you could find it yourself. Just look up Stranger Than Fiction and you should be able to find it. But yeah, that's about it for today. But as far as him thinking that it's, well, before I go, I should cover this whole thing about this being a salvation issue. He's saying like FE is not a salvation issue. So it's like, okay, I covered this on my Feed Your Mind 3 channel, where I was saying like how basically with the science community, they're trying to hide creation. They're trying to hide that. So with flat earth, it is kind of an important issue when it comes to salvation, because really the flat earth explains to people how this earth is created. There's no way around it. So it does remove atheism as a factor. So it brings people to the creator, and at least to that part. And then, but it doesn't really guide them to what religion to fall into. So it's like, that's really not up to the flat earth side for that, but it at least pulls them out of being an atheist, and then they can find their way from there if they want to belong to a particular organization, or if they just want to believe in the creator, or whatever, floats their boat at that time. I think one of the main things, though, is I can't deny that bringing somebody out of atheism is a big deal to me. I mean, I think that's a pretty big deal when we found out that science is hiding creation. Literally, it looks like they're literally hiding creation by the heliocentric sun worshiping globe model, where it's sun worship with the sun in the center. So it's almost like they're specifically trying to create atheism, because with the Big Bang model, that all falls in line with the solar system model, and that brings in atheism and evolution and all that. So really, science is behind atheism and all this anti-creationism stuff. So I believe that StrangerThanFiction and this barbarian dude, born again barbarian, I believe they're overlooking a big factor. Like, they really are failing when it comes to why it's important that people continue to learn about this earth and how they were lied to about it. So it's not just something where, it's an irrelevant topic because it's not a salvational topic. I don't think that's how we should be looking at the subject of flat earth. And I don't think they should be looking at it like that. I think they're just uneducated on the topic, and just take it down a notch with the anger and the insults, because that's just kind of what stirs me up, is when they come out against it so crucial and mean-spirited. I just feel like that's unnecessary, because if you believe in something that someone else doesn't believe in, that's really no reason to, become angry and upset and throw a tantrum because people don't believe in your globe earth fact check model, because we don't fall in line with the fact checkers. That doesn't mean we're deceived, and that doesn't mean we're not saved. And, it's just like, I think they need to really figure this out. And I'm hoping like more of these truthers, so-called truth channels, I hope their audience continues to challenge them if they ever dare come against flat earth. I mean, let them know that this is not cool. I mean, the audience is not having it anymore. So it's time that the leaders and the spokespeople of the truth channels, it's time that they really figure out this subject. And the way to do it is not to ignore it, and it's not to go right to somebody that's against flat earth. That's not how you're learning something. If I want to learn a new subject, I'm not going to go right to the person that's going against the subject that I'm trying to learn about. I want to hear all sides of a subject. So it's one thing to hear that side, but then make sure you're finding a video that's obviously knows what they're talking about when it comes to flat earth. That's how you learn. You can't learn by listening to a video that's going against it. Like if StrangerThanFiction, his way of learning is by going right to the videos that are trashing flat earth, you're not looking into the subject. You're just going by with somebody that agrees with your position. So anyways, that's about it for today. I'm going to leave some links in the comment section and description box so you can catch up on more of this information. If you want to get a free Gleason's map, leave a like and a comment. I'm going to send out a free Gleason's. If we get over 1,000 likes, I'll pick out someone from the comment section to send it to. Otherwise, you can purchase one for yourself. links in the comment section that will help the channel out. I'm also going to leave links to my other channels, my social media, my Feed Your Mind store, my free email newsletters, and much more. If you would like to support the channel, please donate as little as $1 to help keep Feed Your Mind online. Your support's very important. So thanks for tuning in. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been Feed Your Mind signing off.